So I know the first thing you're thinking when you see me. I bet that fellow knows how to make some good biscuits and gravy, and you'd be right with that. The guy that you see before you is actually half the man that I used to be. At my peak, I was 410 pounds. And this, to me, being that size was not an issue. I didn't have a problem with, my weight. It actually was advantageous for me for a while. Growing up, when I was in high school, hey, is somebody gonna, we need you to play the line. You gotta be big to play the line in football. When I graduated, went to college, my first job was with Georgia DNR, and I worked in South Georgia. Those of y'all that know South Georgia know there's quite a few alligators down there. And who do you think was the jump dog that was the first one that jumped on to make sure that I could hold that alligator down? Came in handy for me. Of course, it never failed that whenever the news media showed up and I'm jumping on the back of a 14-foot alligator, and then they're taking all these pictures and everything, and then my picture is on the front page of the newspaper. When I got done with that, and I went into law enforcement, I was a state law enforcement officer. People would see my size. How many fights do you think I got in 16 years? 16 years, I never had one person decide they want to fight me. How many people do you think decided they wanted to try to run from me? Let me just tell you right now, I can run a whole lot faster than they think I can. One of my last foot chases was actually 3 miles, and when I finally caught up to the dude and put him in the back of a patrol car, I told him, I said, dude, I'm fat, you pissed me off. My size didn't really bother me. The part that bothered me was when I started seeing the family medical issues that my family had. Family history of heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes. I vividly remember that 2004, my father at the age of 50 suffered from his first stroke. Still, it didn't click in my head. As I got older, I started realizing these medical conditions are things that a lot of them can be taken care of when it comes to, when it comes to weight-related issues. I tried exercise. Like I said, I'd run. I would go on bike rides, 30, 40 miles on a bike in one time, and let me tell you right now, my fat tail on a bicycle seat for 40 miles, I needed a pry bar to get that seat up. But I would still do it. I would try every little thing that I could. Nothing seemed to work for me. When I turned 39, I made the decision I had to do something. And it wasn't because of body image, it wasn't because of me seeing myself, being 400 pounds. It was because I did not want to follow in the footsteps of my family members. So I made the ultimate decision, sat down with my wife, we discussed it, and after going through years of dietitians, going through all kinds of stuff, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, so I had the VSG surgery. People ask me all the time, they're like, well, how'd you lose so much weight? Well, it was easy. I had 80% of my stomach cut out. But it's a lot harder than that because you still have to maintain that. So at my peak, I was 410 pounds. Currently, I'm 260 pounds. And I have maintained that weight for the last 4 years. That is when the body image thing actually started coming in. Because when I look in the mirror, I still see the 410 pound guy. If there's pictures of me, I still see the 410 pound guy. When I go to wash clothes, and I'm folding my underwear, I'm trying to figure out which man my wife let in the house because he got these small underwear. So surely they ain't mine. And that's where the body image issue started coming in. the body dysmorphia coming in to take and see I'm still seeing that super large guy that I was. In addition to that, after losing all that weight, there is a few side effects that come along. Some of them are good. My feet shrank. So I didn't have to go buy size 13 shoes anymore. I could go to the normal store and buy normal shoes. My clothes, I went from a size 52 waist to these are 40 jeans and they're on the loose side right now. I can go to a normal store. I don't have to go to a big and tall store. One of the side effects that I wasn't expecting, I am freezing all the time. My wife bought me an electric heated vest, and when I'm in my office right now, by the way, I got out of law enforcement. I'm now a software engineer. Computers don't shoot at me, so I don't have to worry about that. But she bought me a heated vest. I'm wearing a heated vest. I've got the space heater going, and I'm wearing a jacket over top of that because I'm cold all the time. So that was an unexpected side effect. But one unexpected side effect that I didn't anticipate was the loose skin. You can lose the weight, but then you have all this loose, flappy skin that's all over the place. And I know those of y'all that have known me for many years, I know there's a few of y'all out there, you remember back when I was wearing compression garments all the time just to keep, because you go to move and you get hit in the head. You do jumping jacks and you get smacked in the head by your chest. You go do push-ups. Push-ups were easy. You know, they tell you to go down till your chest hits the ground. That's all you had to do. So we made the decision, my wife and I actually had excess skin removed from my chest area. Had 9 pounds of loose skin removed from my chest. Still, even with that, I still see the 410-pound guy in the mirror whenever I look in the mirror. There's scars that go from here all the way around to my back from where the loose skin was cut off. I can deal with the scars. You know, just like growing up, you know, chicks dig scars. So the scars don't bother me. The physical scars don't bother me. It's the mental ones. The ones that when you look in the mirror and you see this, you know, behemoth of a man that's looking at you in the mirror. That's the part that 4 years later still doesn't go away. And so, you know, I'm the only guy that's up here talking about body image, and I know some folks are like, well, you know, what does a guy have to know about body image? Not really. Like I said, when I was big, I didn't have any body image issues. Now that I've lost all this weight, wearing extra large shirts and everything, it's still that mental part of seeing the super big guy.